Hello students, as in the last lecture we saw the concept based on how to find the Cartesian equation, and we took some example based on the Cartesian equation. So there were three important formula, as I told in the last lecture, that you have to remember. The first one is what? When you have a point and a direction ratio, you have to apply this formula, where x1, y1, z1 is known as the point and ABC are the direction ratio. Second formula you have to apply when the line passing through a two point. So for the first point you will consider the first point as x1, y1, z1, and the second point you will consider as x2, y2, and z2. And if you want to find the Cartesian equation when it passing through a two point, so then you have to apply the second one. And the third formula you have to use when you have to find the coordinate of any point on the line. So there is one sum in the exercise where you have to find the coordinate of the point when the lines are intersecting. So we left with one sum in the exercise, so that we'll see afterwards. And the sums which are based on the first and the second formula, yesterday we connected with that sums with respect to the first and the second formula. So we left with the third one, so that we'll see afterwards. And there was one very important sum, as I told in the exercise, that you have to show that the points are collinear. So if you want to show that the points are collinear, so first you will find the Cartesian equation of the line AB. After getting the answer, you will substitute the coordinate of C in the required equation, Cartesian equation. If the ratios are equal, each ratio, if it is equal, then only we can say the points are collinear. So this all things we had seen in the last lecture, and even we had connected with the second exercise concept also, which was how to find the shortest distance between the two vector equation, and even how to find the shortest distance between the two Cartesian equation. So today in this lecture we're gonna do one sum based on how to find the shortest distance between the two vector when we have the two vector like this. I hope you all might be knowing the vector equation is exactly what. It is r bar equals to a bar plus lambda b bar. Yes or no? Suppose if you have two vector and then you have to use the formula, this one. What is the formula? D distance equals to mod, in the first bracket you will write a2 minus a1 into, this is known as a dot product. In the second bracket you will write b1 cross b2, and in denominator you will write magnitude of b1 b2. Yes or no? In case suppose if they say that you have to uh, check whether the given lines are intersecting or not. Okay, so this also I had explained. If you want to show that the two vector equation of line intersecting or not, so simply you have to check the dot product between the numerator part. If the dot product between the numerator is equals to 0, then we can say the vector equation of line they are intersecting each other. Okay, so today we'll take one sum based on the shortest distance, how to find the shortest distance between the two vector equation, and the next lecture we're gonna do the shortest distance between the two Cartesian equation. So let's begin with the sum, where you will see how to find the shortest distance between the lines. And this all sums actually it is there in the second exercise number 6.2. So in the 6.2 exercise you will see the majorities of the sums based on the shortest distance between the vector equation as well as the Cartesian equation, and there is one more sum where you have to find the perpendicular distance, or they will use the word you have to find the length of the perpendicular. There is one concept, so that we'll see afterwards. So today we'll cover one sum based on the shortest distance. Okay, so now as we know that if we have two vector equation, a1 plus lambda b1, and the second one is r bar equals to a2 plus, you will take a mu and b2, yes or no. So suppose if you have two vector equation, so we'll compare this given equation with this two vector equations where you will get the value of a1, b1, a2 and b2, yes or no. After that you have to apply the formula, that is distance is what, in the first bracket you will write a2 minus a1 dot b1 cross b2, yes or no, and then you have to find the magnitude of b1 cross b2, yes or no. And as I had explained, the first thing is what, first you will find a2 minus a1, after that you will find b1 cross b2, so remember these steps. After that you will find the dot product between the numerator section, and then after that you will find the magnitude of b1 cross b2, and after that you will write the formula, substitute the value, you will get the shortest distance. So these are the steps which you have to follow. So let's begin with the sum. So first you will write the shortest distance between the line r equals to a1 plus lambda b1 and r equals to a2 mu b2 is distance equals to, we'll write the formula here, that is a2 minus a1 dot b1 cross b2, and then you have to find the magnitude of b1 and b2. Okay, so here we have the given lines are, the first one is what, r bar equals to 4i minus j plus lambda I plus 2j minus 3k, yes or no. And the second one is what, r bar equals to I minus j plus 2k plus mu I plus 4j minus 5k. So this is the second given vector equation. So here when you will compare this two equation with this first and second, so where you will get a1 bar, this is a1, yes or no, 4i minus j, b1 will be what, I plus 2j minus 3k, yes or no. A2 is what, I minus j plus 2k. Okay, and b2 is what, I plus 4j minus 5k. So here we got A1, B1, A2 and B2. Okay, so now we'll follow this step. So first thing we'll find A2 minus A1, yes or no? So what is A2? I minus J plus 2K minus what is A1? It is 4I minus J. So therefore I minus J plus 2K minus bracket open with this minus what we will get minus 4I minus minus this will be plus J, yes or no? Okay, so check the like terms. So I and minus 4I. Okay, so this will be what minus 3I. So plus J and minus J will get cancelled, and here we left with plus 2K. So here we got the answer A2 minus A1, yes or no? So here we got the first answer. So done with the first part, yes or no? Okay, now after that we'll find the second one. So here what is the second one? What is the second one? That is B1 cross B2, yes or no? So B1 cross B2. So as we all know that how to find the cross product. So to find the cross product we have to use the concept of determinant, that also 3 into 3 determinant. So in the first row you will write ijk, in the second row you will write the coefficient of p1, the coefficient of ijk of p1. So here b1 is what, 1 2 minus 3, and then in the third row you will write the coefficient of ijk of p2, 1 4, and this is minus 5. Okay, so after that I 2 4 minus 3 minus 5 minus j 1 1 minus 3 minus 5, yes or no, plus k 1 1 2 4, and then I, so this will be what minus 10. Here we have the opposite symbol, so this will write plus, so 4 3 it is 12, minus j, so this will be minus 5. Here we have the opposite symbol, so this will be plus 3. I hope you all might be knowing how to solve the determinant for 3 into 3. So this will be 4, and this will be what, minus 2. So here minus 10 and plus 12 will be what, 2I, minus 5 plus 3 is minus 2, and this minus and minus will be what, yes or no, minus 5 plus 3 it will be minus 2, and minus will be what, plus. So this will be 2j, 4 minus 2 is 2, so this will be what, 2k. So here we got the answer for the cross product between b1 cross b2. After that we have to find the dot product between this two part. So now we'll find the dot product between these two. Okay, dot b1 cross b2, yes or no? So what is the answer for a2 minus a1? A2 minus a1 is what, minus 3i plus 2k, yes or no? Minus 3i plus 2k, yes or no? Dot, what is b1 cross b2? It is 2i plus 2j plus 2k, yes or no? Now we have to find the dot product, as I hope all you all might be knowing how to find the dot product. So in the dot product, simply what you have to do, you have to multiply the coefficient of I, j and k, and then goes on adding. Like here, what is the coefficient of I? It is minus 3 into, what is the coefficient of I here? It is 2. Then you will write plus, what is the coefficient of j here? It is absent, 0. What is the coefficient of j here? It is 2 plus what is the coefficient of k? It is 2. What is the coefficient of k here? It is 2. So whenever you have to find the dot product, as I had explained in the previous video, the final answer it will be in number, and whenever you will find the cross product, the final answer it will be in terms of ijk. Okay, so after this, so this will be what, minus 6, 0 to the 0, and 2 to the it is 4. So minus 6 plus 0 plus 4, so the required answer will be minus 2. So here we got the answer for the third section also. Now we have to find the next part, that is the magnitude of b1 cross b2. So whenever you have to find the magnitude, this also I had explained in the previous video. You will write the square root. Okay, then you will find the sum of the square of the coefficient of I, j and k. So here what is the coefficient of I? 2. What is the coefficient of j? 2. And what is the coefficient of k? Again it is 2. So to find the magnitude, simply what you have to do, you will write the square root and then sum of the square of the coefficient of I, j and k. So here 2 square is 4, 2 square is 4, 2 square is 4. So this will be what, 12. I hope you all might be knowing, as root 12 is what, imperfect square, but and it is a pure set also. When you will convert this root 12 into mixed set, so here the answer will be what, 4 threes are, so the final answer will be 2 root 3. So if you can able to convert this pure set into mixed set, so you it is compulsory that you have to convert the answer. If you are getting the answer perfectly, that like here we have root 12 in place of root 12, if it is root 25, here we are getting the answer directly like 5, as it is a perfect square. This is imperfect square, so of course the answer, okay, which you will get if it is pure set, you have to convert into mixed set. So right here root 12 is what, 2 root 3. So we're done with this fourth step, and the final step is what, you have to substitute all the values in the formula. So here the formula is what, a2 minus a1 dot b1 cross b2, yes or no, and magnitude of b1 cross b2. Substitute the value. So here, so what is the answer between these two? Dot product, it is minus 2, yes or no? And what was the answer for the magnitude of b1 cross b2? It was 2 root 3, yes or no? Understood? Okay, so here can I say that here 2 will get cancelled, so here we left with minus 1 upon root 3, and we know that whatever the answer, it is there inside the mod, whether it is positive or negative. So of course the answer, the final answer, it will be in positive only. So here the final answer will be what, 1 upon root 3, and here we have to find the distance. So distance, either it will be in kilometer, meter, yes or no. Here nothing is there, so you will write what, units. So that's the answer. So here we got the distance for the sum is what, 1 upon root 3 units. I hope you all understood this sum. So once again I will explain this sum. So first you will write the shortest distance between the line like this, then you will write the formula. After that you will compare these two equations, so where you will get a1 b1 a2 b2. So according to the steps, first you will find a2 minus a1, then after that you will find b1 cross b2, then after that you will find the dot product between the numerator section, and after that you will find the magnitude for b1 cross b2, and after that in the final step you will write the formula. You will substitute all the values. So here the dot product between these two, it was minus 2, and the cross product magnitude of b1 cross b2, it was 2 root 3. So 2 will get cancelled, so we left with minus 1 upon 3. minus 1 upon root 3. As we all know that whenever we have to find the magnitude for any number, whether it is positive or negative, so of course the answer will be in positive. So here the final answer, here we got 1 upon root 3 units. So in this way you have to present your sum in the board exam, as this is a proper 4 mark sum. Okay, so you have to present the sum in the proper, in this proper way only. Okay, I hope you all understood the sum. Okay, suppose if they say that if to check whether the two given vector they are intersecting or not, so if they add one more question to find the shortest distance as well as to check whether the two given vector is intersecting or not, so simply what you will do, the procedure will be same. Okay, you will find a2 minus a1, then after that you will find the cross product. After that you will find the dot product between these two. If you suppose in case when you are finding the answer between these two, the dot product, if the dot product here, if you are getting the answer 0, so after that no need of finding the magnitude of b1 cross b2, no need of writing the formula. Directly you can say that the vector, two given vectors are intersecting to each other. So this is the concept as I had explained in the previous video. Whenever you have to show, yeah, check that the given two vectors are intersecting or not, so simply what you will do, you have to check this numerator section. If this numerator section is equal to 0, so directly we can say that the given two vectors are what, intersecting or not. So there is one sum based on this where you have to check that the given two vectors are intersecting or not. The same sum, actually this type of sum actually it is there in the solved example as well as in the miscellaneous exercise also. So if you want to try that sum, you can try by yourself. Okay, so simply they will add one sentence that check whether the given two vectors are intersecting or not. So the procedure will be same. Okay, first you will find a2 minus even, you will compare, you will write the formula, then after that you will find b1 cross b2, then after that you will find the dot product, and after that no need of finding this two step. Straight away if you are getting the answer 0, the next step you will write the vector equation between the two equations. The two equations of lines, they are intersecting to each other. So this will be the final step. After that you will write the vector equation are intersecting to each other. No need of finding the magnitude of b1 cross b2 and the last step. I hope you all understood this sum, how to find the shortest distance between the lines. So here we took one example where we saw we have to find the shortest distance between what, the two vector equation. In the next lecture we'll see how to find the shortest distance between the two Cartesian equation. Okay, so till then, goodbye, see you in next lecture.